It's obvious the unthinkable is happening. With all the recent media distractions, most folks never saw it coming. But a few did. Their guts told them something very wrong was going on. And now the headlines are proving them right. The people in charge keep telling you that everything's fine and to stop noticing. But you know better. Folks are investing in emergency food storage, and you should too. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, are the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one for each family member. My Patriot Supply also sells biomass stoves, off-grid room heaters for when the power goes out, gravity-powered water filters, heirloom seeds, and survival gear that may come in handy soon. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. It's time to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
A client met his banker to discuss opening a restaurant in a busy airport. In us, he found a partner that understood the importance of reaching for the sky. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth, they lost.
You know, then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
Let's get started, baby. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. You can follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Also follow this guy, Anonymous Big Homie, at homie_anonymous.
We in the house.
And as always, use that hashtag Stix and Sports. Bro, we got a lot to cover today. Today is going to be a fun one. But before we get started with all that, what you got going down there while I close this door real quick? What you got down there going on? What's been going good with you?
Oh, man. Hey, actually, a whole lot, but I ain't about to get into it. But the major bullet points is unfortunately, my grandmother, 87, on my mom's side, maternal situations, messed around and got COVID.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So it's, so I'm going crazy trying to reconnect with everybody, trying to make sure that the people that are closest to her, are making sure that her care is proper and things like that. And, because she does have COPD. So when you have those respiratory things, it always bothers me, man. And sometimes, people don't necessarily do what they need to do in the best interest of our elders. And I get frustrated because they're the ones that put me on. So, and I'm in a position to where I can't really do anything. So, I get a little hype. And so what begat from that was a whole lot of reconnection with a lot of family members who started hitting me up and whatnot, that I ain't talked to in a couple of years. So, some good things come from that. But, what I'm saying, if y'all out there in the sports fix, landscape, what I'm saying, pray for grandmama, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, pray for grandmama. She doing all right? How many days in is she?
Yeah, they got her on. They said she was good, and she's stable situations, but they was holding her for observations. My mom fell through right before I went out of town, and bought a flight to go out there to try to navigate through the language, and all the stuff that's going on with what everybody's talking about. So since we get it's like a static of information up here when you got to deliver it up to Washington. It ain't the Pony. It's like worse than the Pony Express.
It's like the telephone on one end, the wire, the can on one and can on the other.
Or even, like that. Or even the game, when you tell somebody what happened and they always put something else on it as they pass the message along, So my mom says she ain't playing that. And she's about to go out there and find out what's good. And because my grandmother moved to Vegas, shout out to Jones out in these streets. And so she's going to go out there and find out what's up. And then, we'll be able to get some information, but she's good. But at the end of the day, she's up out of there. She's coming to the Evergreen. That's it. That's my word. I don't care what she want to do or nothing. She's going to go stay with my mom, not me. Hey,
You're moving her in. I was one or the other.
no.
I knew it had to be one or the other.
That's what I'm saying. She gonna go stay with my mom, not me. You know, we too
That's
fulled
what's up,
up
though.
over here. But yeah, we got to do what we
what's
got to
up.
do. What's going on, man?
Hey, speaking of the homie insider Aaron Jones, I just want to give him a shout out for sporting his sports fix with Stix and a nice big homie t-shirt in
Going
the
hard.
Roomba Dome at the Roomba Dome. Watching the haters, the Hawks and the Raiders. On
Hey, I like that though. The haters,
the haters
the little
together.
collabo you put together
On Saturday night. So shout out to him. I got a few text messages and a few messages saying, "Hey, are you in Vegas?" No, we wish we were in Vegas, dog.
We wish we was in Vegas.
We wish we were there to check out the Roomba Dome, but we didn't get the chance to do that yet. We're still working on some things, so till we get all that stuff worked out, then sooner or later we'll be able to provide some of that awesome information. But other than that, just at the trap, doing the thing, and like you referenced to earlier, putting together these notes and this research, brother. So that's just what we do. But
you ain't ready to blow up the place yet, are you?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like that.
Right now, that's just what we're gonna roll with. But
Corporate
you know what?
Suckers.
But you know what? Today's gonna be fun. Just like I said, man, we got a lot to run through. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it going and get on it right now. All right, homie, peep it out. I know you saw the Little League World Series. I gotta give a shout out to that guy for sure.
Dude, you already know.
The ambidextrous Little League pitcher from Hawaii. I don't even have his name. I didn't give him the respect he deserves, dog. I didn't even give him the respect he deserves. How did I miss out on that one?
You be disrespecting people that all the time. Tyler Shindo.
That
See, I know that's how you do, but it's all good. The little man is nice. I thought I was nice. Now look at what he done. If everybody does not know, I'm going to give you a little insight. He went on the mound in a little league game and threw with both arms. Now, I know how difficult that was because my dad was a lefty and I always been a righty. My dad and my sister was lefty, so they like huddled up in the side, like they got some stuff in common. And I tried my damnedest to try to do everything from the lefty. Good thing I was nice enough to be able to learn how to swing from the lefty, but that stuff is still hard, bro. To throw from lefty, throw from righty. He threw from left, batter one, came back and hit him with the right hand, and then came back again with the left. And what did he do? Scoreless innings, G.
Dude, started out at shortstop playing right-handed, regular righty, shortstop, right-handed guy, comes in, has the 6-finger glove, switches hands, switches arms, throw pitching. Dude, I was in awe. 11, 12 years old, bro. That is just wild. I don't care.
Yeah.
Mad respect to that kid. Shout out his name one more time.
Tyler Shindo. Now, you already know, we talked about how at a young age, you have to get into this game and play multiple sports. He said, I'm about to be on some Showtime business on another level, and I'm about to do 2-for-1 special on everything. Pitching, G. That's crazy.
Can't wait to watch him some more. I'm pretty sure they made it to the World Series. It should be starting here pretty soon. So
shout out to Hawaii.
Shout out to Hawaii. Hey, we get those Hawaii listeners just like we get our in India. Shout out to India.
Yo, big shout out to India. Yup.
This guy. Hey, you know who I don't want to shout out right now? is Fox Sports for stealing our shit again and not even giving us a little respect, a little due that we do. The salary cap in baseball. They sent out a message saying, should there be a salary cap in baseball? Yes, we already discussed this. Yes, there should be a minimum threshold that you have to spend as well. We discussed this with shout out Rudy and Rudy Lesko and Aaron Jones. We talked about all this as well. So next time, just give us a little bit of street cred, right?
Man, Rudy was the one who really put it on the map, though. He was serious about this MLB economics. He just thought that it wasn't fair, which, I mean, that's never been a thing in MLB. So, but I understand his, wanting to have some kind of transition into the future. It makes perfect sense, man.
It does, for real. But you know what else is pretty dope? We're talking about pitchers. We're talking about Tyler Sando, a little leaguer. But the major leaguers, we had Tyler Gilbert of Arizona, no-hitter in his first career start. Fourth time ever this happened. First time since when, Anas Big Homie? When do you think that this would be the first time that this could have happened? I personally thought at least maybe in the last 30 years, 40 years, I thought there could have been at least one that someone started. What year do you think? How long do you think?
I don't even know. Lay it down for me.
First time since 1953 by a guy named Bobo Holloman.
Hey, look, you go back to these old school names. What was going on with all of this? Dudes named Bobo. They look like they were all like mobsters or something. Bobo Holloman. He was a part-time mobster, part-time baseball player.
Part-time baseball player. But he had like a Tyler Gilbert from Arizona. He had a relief appearance. So it wasn't his major league debut, but he had like a relief appearance. And the only reason he even got a start the game was because the starter like came down with an issue. So then they were going to like, all right, well, we'll just throw you in there. And this dude goes out and throws a no-hitter. So first Diamondbacks pitcher to throw a no-hitter at Chase Field. And we talked about it earlier too, Anas Big Homie, how many no-hitters were going to be thrown.
Yeah.
So this season is
where we at now? 8? Is that the record?
That's the 8th, not even counting Madison Bumgarner's 7 game, which we count. But it ties for most in a year since 1884.
Okay, it's gonna be another one. We about to run this in 2021. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No hit business. Hey, sink or swim.
And we got a lot of baseball that we could talk about. There's only 40 games left, bro. 40 games left. A lot of stuff going on. We talked about it a little bit last week. My Mariners picked up a couple games on Houston. Went from 8.5 to 6.5. Still not feeling them. Still 4 games out of the wild card. You know what happens when I don't feel them, though, homie?
Run.
They play well.
Run starts to happen immediately.
Yeah. They get on that run. So look forward to a good 8-2 in the next 10 from your Mariners out there. Everybody listening to Mariners fans.
But look, though, peep this though. I know you're still in the AL and all of that though. But and I might have jumped the gun, but the Boston Red Sox, I know you got something to say. Why did they just crash into a wall? What happened to them?
Yo, and how much shit did I do? How many times in the last 2 weeks have I said the Yankees are done? The Yankees are done. I'm not about to get Pasco's finest Aaron Barcott on here yet.
Dude, it would be the worst. But
I'm gonna wait till maybe next week when I might have a little bit more to lean on. But I said they were dead in the water. The Yankees were dead in the water just with my Mariners were. But the Yankees went from 4th place in the AL East on the 4th of July at a 500 record and then the Red Sox had the best record in the AL at that time. Now the Yankees are in front of Boston for the second wild card spot. And if the season started today, the Red Sox would miss the playoffs. So
Yo, 10.5 back. They said word on the street is the Yankees ain't came back like this since Bucky Dent, when I was just a 1-year-old toddler rolling around here in the 70s. G, this is crazy. But see, I told you. You know what I'm saying? I told you, maybe Boston didn't have that juice. I just need the Yankees to come through and handle my lightweight. Okay?
So you can
match them up
you can get
with
your
those
what? Enough, big
Astros.
homie. I know where you're going with this.
Match them up with those Astros, man. They got to get in, and they got to match up with those Astros, man, because we got to see they got beef. We got beef. It's us against them. Hey, keep it up. Everybody's starting to get healthy. All of the little acquisitions they've made, the acquisitions they've made came up. Dude, they had a doubleheader the other day and swept the doubleheader in division. That's beautiful.
Ooh, crunch time, baby. 40 games left. We'll see what happens. Just going to end this right here with Go Mariners. See us rise, baby. Hashtag Stix and Sports.
That's how you going to end it, man.
That's how I'm ending it. Hey,
man, look, what's your A? What's your A?
I said I'm ending it. Hashtag see us rise. Shout out to the Mariners. Hashtag Stix and Sports. We're going to get there.
Bullshit. Dodgers got to settle for a wild card.
This morning in the Atlanta airport, no one's missing a meal on Mac Wilburn's watch. With 11 restaurants to serve passengers, he's got dining for every destination. And it all started when Mac talked with First Horizon Bank about opening a franchise in the airport. Now it's open for business and cleared for takeoff. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Sometimes the transition to fall and winter feels like experiencing every season on the same day. The shoes in the Allbirds Mizzle collection were made for misty morning walks, surprise snow days, and anything a trip to the dog park might bring. The whole collection brings together water-repellent technology and classic style, so you can stay warm, dry, and comfy during your everyday adventures. Check off your errands with the Wool Runner Mizzle. Dash through cold and wet weather with the Wool Dasher Mizzle. Or upgrade to next-level protection with the Wool Runner-Up Mizzle Plus. Go to allbirds.com and use code FRESHSOCKS for a free pair of socks with your purchase. ALLBIRDS.com, code FRESHSOCKS.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
All right, announce big homie. I know we got a lot to talk about with some NFL.
The time is now.
I just want to get us started with, and then I'm gonna let you take it from here, brother.
You gonna let me take it? Okay.
League.
Yeah.
No fun league.
Still bullshitting.
What you got?
And yeah, there's just a lot of things going on right now, and unfortunately, the whole the situation with the celebration penalties and the taunting penalties and things like that has bubbled up to a head. I think that the NFL is starting to think too hard about this, and thinking about all the way down to Pop Warner because they don't want little kids to, be, too much in their own head and wilding out and doing all of this. I don't know, man. It's got to stop. I don't like the measures that they're starting to take. But guess what we gonna do today? Okay, we gonna give you the first heavyweight big platform dive into the NFL today. Okay. Is that what we're going to do, or is that not what we're going to do?
I like it. Let's do it, because we got a lot. This is all just after the first, week of preseason. But we want to make sure that we get what we know out there right now, what we out there right now. And, we've done a little bit of our due diligence. Obviously, we want to do it early, see how right we are at the end, just like we did with the preseason baseball, just like we did last year with the preseason football, just like we do every year, get in front of it and have a little fun with it, because, there's a lot of stuff we like to do. And from here on out, it's probably going to be a lot of NFL. And as you guys and girls have all listened to before, we dive into it every freaking week, sometimes once or twice a week, sometimes 3 with all the games and the days that we got playing. So, we'll do what we can, and we're going to stay on top of it. But this is fun for us, and we got a lot to go over, so we're going to get to it, I think.
Hey, so look, what's up with your boy Tim Tebow?
Tim
Tebow!
Tebow era is over in Jacksonville. I thought at least he'd make it through the first cut, though, bro. But nah.
Dead serious. I really thought because they signed him, they was gonna make it a point to keep him on the 60-man squad.
If I remember correctly, I think we both said that just because they signed the motherfucker doesn't mean a damn thing. Oh, and I apologize for using the mother effer and as far as referring to Tim Tebow. But because he signed Tim Tebow, I don't want to get struck by lightning, dog. So, but we both said that, bro. That just because they signed it don't mean a damn thing.
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, we already know he wasn't fit for that position. Clearly, everybody knows this. And if you take a bunch of years off, I just saw on Coward, he interviewed Drew Bledsoe, and Drew Bledsoe said his brother was a top line quarterback in college and tried to switch over to tight end. And his brother told him, dude, that's not a thing you can do. And Drew Bledsoe said his brother was a husky dude, a big dude who he thought could handle that type of work. And he said his brother told him, this is not it. That's not it. This is not for me. If I can't make it as a quarterback, that's not the way.
Yeah, he's got plenty of jobs. He can go commentary on anything. He's got a lot of football, college ESPN game day stuff. So he'll be just fine. Good for him for trying, but move on.
Hey, it was a good look. I mean, at least we thought it was a good look. The news was a good look for Jacksonville.
Sold some jerseys, made some money.
The news was a good look for Jacksonville. All right, but what's up with your what's up with the Seattle Seahawks? I mean, they doing signings and not doing signings, and they doing the wrong signings. What's going on?
Yo, man, oh man, y'all can hate, you all can talk. Jamal Adams, good player, yes. As we talk about contracts, 4 years, $70 million. He's not really that cover safety that's gonna disrupt a lot of those pass plays, in my opinion. He's mainly used as a linebacker. That's why he basically got linebacker money. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the highest paid safety now. But 2 career interceptions, only been in the league for 4 years or whatever. I get it.
Who got more interceptions than him?
Vince Wilfork has 3 interceptions.
Oh, he was a defensive lineman. Okay, go ahead.
Big defensive lineman.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker JPP has 1 hand and has more interceptions with 4, bro.
He only got 8. He only got 8 fingers.
Time. Huh?
He only got 8 fingers and he got more interceptions. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. But they signed Adams 4 years, $70 million. We all know that contract's not going to last 4 years. I'm sure something will come up and they'll void it, just like the Tampa Bay is doing, all that stuff. But in my opinion, they really need to pay Dwayne Brown and get that done. That's the next deal
Come
they
on,
need to
man.
get done. They need to protect Russ. Let's see if this gets done in the next week or two. I think they want to get it done sooner than later, but I don't know how you pay. What is he? 36. Had some issues with the knee, I believe. But I mean, you
What
got to pay him
issues?
to keep
What
him out.
issues? Big boys don't care about none of that. They're big. They know how to do their job, and that's what it is. Look at my boy Andrew Whitworth. He got hurt. He's back. I was surprised that the Rams brought back Andrew Whitworth. I thought he was going to retire. I was about to be heartbroken, but he's back. Okay, so you need those big boys that you could rely on seriously. And I think that was what Russell was talking about. Y'all ain't spent no money to get me no heavyweight dogs. And I think that's going to make a big decision. And y'all going to hear about that in my commentator later.
Hey, real quick before we get into the AFC and NFC, announce big homie. I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Washington football team. They swindled it down to a few names. Someone might need to explain some of these names to me because I don't know. Have you heard these yet, Announce Big Homie? I'm sure you've seen them, right?
Yeah, I did hear him. No, I did hear him.
I'm just gonna run through them for the folks out there.
All right.
Armada, Brigade, Commanders, Defenders, Presidents, Red Hogs, Red Wolves, and the Washington football team.
See, I don't think you said it right. Okay. I think that you got to put Washington in front of each one to see if it goes, right? Because the Washington Presidents, that's just whack. Who said that? Who put that out there? And what you gonna change? What's the logo? What's the logo? George Washington? You gonna pick one over everybody? That one's out immediately.
The Washington Armada? The fuck is an armada?
A whole bunch of ships in the ocean. The
Washington Brigade. Maybe has a little bit.
No, that just sounds whack.
And the Commanders and the Defenders were already part of the AFL, XFL, AAF, all that shit.
Yeah, they've used that plenty of times before. Yeah.
And then how are you going to go away from the Washington Redskins to the Washington Red Hogs or the Washington Red Wolves? Now you're fucking with it.
But at least, okay, so this is my favorite to win, even though it's not going to win. The Red Hogs. Everybody affiliates the Redskins now with Native American and indigenous situations, but they affiliated with the Hogs, the dudes who was down in the dirt doing all the work for John Riggins, Doug Williams, and putting the protection down while they were winning these Super Bowls. That's a homage to the old school. I like that. It ain't gonna win though. There's no fucking way that wins because that's a whack name, logo, everything. It's horrible.
Washington Red Hogs. I agree with what you just said, but just drop the red. Just go Washington Hogs. Be blunt, Washington Hogs. Or you could even keep Washington football team Hogs. Washington football team Hogs. Keep it all. That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to find out what my boy Danny Dang thinks about that. He's a hardcore Washington football team fan. I want to know what he says. Danny Dang, hit me up.
Yeah, dead serious on everything. I think that they should leave it Washington football team.
Straight up.
That's me. That's me.
I'm okay with that too. If they're gonna change it though, if they have to change it to something,
I
Washington
think
football
that
team
it
hot.
should just be watched. That's one of the, that would literally be the hardest name in pro sports. You know what I mean? We're literally the Washington football team. Fuck with us. I like it. But the other one I think that's in the they don't have they got logos. Two that are out there. Y'all can Google this. But the Red Wolves is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So they looking out here to try to get things propping because you know it's gonna be bad. Because I remember how they did, up here trying to get names for different teams when they were trying to name stuff. But honestly, dead serious, WFT works. Just
Does.
let it. Just
It
let
really
it.
does.
Just let it ride. You know what I mean?
Be original. Stick with it. Stick with what you went with last year, and roll with it. In my opinion. All right, homie. What you thinking? You get started on the AFC? How you feeling?
Oh, that's what you want to do? Oh, you really want to get into it? Hey, look.
What else? What else we got? What else we got before we get into it?
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna let you get down with and break down the win totals by conference, but let's do the AFC because they are whack. It seems like, and I know you've looked at these stories, and the AFC looks like a straight up runaway. So that's my opinion, but let's get into AFC win totals. Okay. Coming out of Vegas, Vegas knows everything. Okay. What does Vegas see out of the AFC? And then we'll dive into this. So we're going to talk about schedules. Okay. We're going to break it down. We're going to break it down to the big games, matchups throughout the weeks. I'll give you a couple of little acquisitions, new players, new names, new teams. And toward the end, I think we should probably make some picks, don't you think?
I think so. I think we can definitely.
It wouldn't be us without that.
Do that because that's what we like to do. Let's go by. Let's just go by division. Start with the what you got.
Man, I don't know how you want to start it. I can start it anywhere. We can start at the AFC East. Okay,
yep,
so
AFC East. Let's go.
We know the AFC East consists of New England, Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets. So a lot of things have happened in this league in the last 2 years. Clearly, Brady's jettison. He's out. So that leaves a lot of open space for teams to get in and go after it. But we know that there's already one team that's already taken the reins already. Buffalo has already staked their claim in this division. We got a legacy coach with Bill Belichick. He don't play that shit. He ain't about to sit back and let everybody look at him like a sucker. They've made multiple acquisitions. So I'm going to yield over to you first, you know what I'm saying, to tell me, I want you to tell me about what's going on with New England and Buffalo in terms of what you feel like.
So we got we're talking about the AFC East here. We got Buffalo, Miami, New England, New York Jets, just like Announced Big Homie reference to. So the win totals I have for straight from the Vegas Insider is Buffalo's got 11, Miami 9.5, New England 9.5, and the Jets 6. I don't think in my opinion, Buffalo was 13-3 last year. Played hella good games, hella solid performances. New England, squeaked out 7 wins last year. 9.5 for them, I think, is going to be a little too much. If it was me, I'd take the under on this. Just
on who? On who you say?
On New England.
Okay.
New England. Even with even with Mac Jones starting week 1, as I referenced to, I believe he's going to be the starter. I think he's going to have a learning curve here. But as you referenced to, and us, big homie, Buffalo is straight up the team to beat. I like Miami also. I think Tua is going to come around. He's got was it Jalen Waddle, rookie this year, so he's going to have another weapon. But Buffalo with 13-3 last year, another game this year. Whether it means anything towards the end that they play for or not, I still think the over 11 I like in this. I like their over 11 wins. I think they can match the 13, at least get to 12 for this. Without looking at the schedule, I'm just going off of how well they played last year. I like them there.
What was that, Buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. You got to relax. Okay, so I have looked at the schedules. And the NFC East it's pretty serious. The NFC East plays the NFC South. Okay, that's their interconference. That's the way that they made up the schedule. So they have Tennessee, Indiana, Jacksonville, and Houston on their schedule. They also have the NFC South too. So the NFC South, they also have Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Carolina on the schedule. Yo, hey, look.
Buffalo?
This is the whole division. Okay. The AFC East is facing those characters. Okay. So when you mention Buffalo is going to end up playing heavyweight teams. And see, I think that they got, in a way, that's how it works, because they end up getting screwed because of their popularity and because they were good. And let's walk this down real quick before we even get into, win totals. What do we have for Buffalo? What was the win total you said?
11.
I have Buffalo at a 12-win team. I think they're up. They have, unfortunately, they got a week 5 matchup against KC. They got a Thanksgiving game, okay, against New Orleans on the road in New Orleans, which they probably don't care about because it might be snowing in Buffalo. They don't care. And then they got a week 14 game against Tampa Bay.
Not to mention that they play the AFC South and the NFC South, like you said. Even their division is going to be tough.
When you look at the quality of what they have to do when they were matched up against the NFC South in their division, I think they got hosed in a way. You know what I'm saying? Dead serious. I think they got hosed in a way because, you're going to have to see Tampa Bay. And then to have to go back and do that matchup against Kansas City live on TV. I don't know. We got to look at Buffalo, man. But, hey, so with all of that, I mean, we got some stuff going on in that division. But what do you think Bill Belichick got cooked up?
Bill Belichick doesn't have a whole lot cooked up. He's got a Mac Jones that he's going to attempt to to get the best out of in his next this year and next year before he retires and passes on the baton to Josh McDaniels or the guy Patricia or whatever, or his sons. I don't know, but 7 wins last year, 9.5 the total this year. I'd say under. I think they give a couple of those back to the Jets.
No, I got them as a 9-win team. I have them as a 9-win team. They got a week 4 matchup with Brady is back in the house in New England. Week 4. Dude, yo, that's about to be heavy. TVs are about to be crazy.
That's a good matchup. That'll be fun to watch.
And I also, I'm saying, I also circle week 12 with Vrabel player in the house back in New England. He brings his squad to come see what's up with the Tennessee Titans versus the New England Patriots. So I don't know. I think they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think the New England Patriots are low on the totals. I think they're a 9-win team, given the we can't say this enough, a 18-week schedule, but 17 possible wins.
Yeah.
Okay. I still I look at that being a heavyweight matchup, and with Vrabel going in on them. You got anything on
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Miami. Tua.
Yeah.
Tua,
I think Tua's coming around. I'm not about to go with the over/under on 9.5 wins. I think it can go either way. Depends on how the second-year offense with Brian Flores, or third-year offense with Brian Flores as the helm comes around. Excited to see Tua at the for the whole year and see how he plays out. So it's going to be fun to watch. I like them, but let's see what I look up something real quick. Let's see.
Well, why you playing around?
And then look, they do. Oh, sorry. They do, they still have shout out to Myles Gaskin, UW player at running back. They got your boy Malcolm Brown. I didn't even notice that, right?
Yep.
They got Malcolm Brown. So they could be, and they still got Gesicki. And then, like I referenced to earlier, Jalen Waddle. They have some weapons out there for Tua. Does he, it's going to be exciting. I like Miami, but I'm not about to go with the over under on this one. But I'm looking forward to watching them play because I think they're going to have a lot to offer. And then, they could put up some competitive games, especially if Tua's, coming around, learn the playbook a lot better now and see what happens. So who's your pick for the AFC East to win it?
The Jets. No, I'm just messing with you. No, the pick is clearly Buffalo far and away. Um, I think that having Buffalo with the schedule that they have based on their success from the year before, I think I got them as a 12-win team. I think I have New England as a 9-win team. And I think I have Miami as a 10-win team winning the wild card. Um, Miami's got a soft go. They got a week 5 matchup against Tampa Bay, and they've got a week 10 matchup versus Baltimore at home. And those are their two games that they're playing outside of division. And that's probably as tough as it gets because you have to remember what their division involves. Their division involves Buffalo, New England, and the Jets.
Yep.
The Jets, man. Okay,
new coach. New
unless New England shows us
new
something,
quarterback.
Unless New England shows us something, you know what I'm saying? I think that this is the year that Miami makes the move. Dead serious. Because, like I said, I think that it's Buffalo's division to lose. Clearly. If they lose it, that's on them. But
Right.
as
Definitely, I agree with that 100%. It's definitely all Buffalo. They have nothing to, they're expected to win it. And if they, barring any crazy circumstances, they should win it, even with the strength of schedule they got going on.
I would 100%. So, when you look at, Miami and the way that they place and having a slightly softer schedule, I think that they can jump and possibly end up as a nice little wild card team because they don't really have, hard. They got the Baltimore game week 10. But what are they gonna do? I think that they should be okay. We should see how everything starts to build and gel together. And once they gel together, man, they might have something. I mean, Tua might have some as much shit as I was talking about them last year. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't necessarily think that there's a rookie, that can set the world on fire, which he did not last year because he got replaced by Fitzpatrick.
Right.
So this might be the year where he puts it together, gets all his homies in a huddle and say, let's go.
Yep. He has a year to learn the playbook. So let's talk about the AFC South, Nas Big Homie. I know this goes dear and close to your heart with your horseshoe, baby. Tennessee and Indy, both 11-5 last year. Houston 4-12 last year. Jacksonville 1-15 last year. 2021 win totals. Tennessee and Indy both at 9. Houston at 4. And Jacksonville at 6.5. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now that Houston may as well go 0-17 this year, dog.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
So I got them down too. The under on that.
Yep, I got the down on that too.
But looks like you got so AFC South plays the AFC West and the NFC West.
No, NFC West.
AFC West and the NFC West?
NFC West and AFC East.
Ah, AFC East, huh? Cool. All right, what you got on that?
Well, look, yeah. Oh, I just looked at my notes. Man, my notes be messed up sometimes. I don't even know.
But look, reading what you sent me, dog.
No, it's all good. So what happened? So the South and the AFC has to play the hard schedule. They clearly have the hard schedule because they have the Seahawks, the Rams, 49ers, and those Birds. You know what I'm saying? In Arizona.
Right.
And that's a serious run because Tennessee has a week 2 matchup at home. Well, luckily they got the Seahawks at home. And then you got the Rams at home coming to see you in week 9. And you got the Chiefs in week 7.
Woo.
I don't know.
Steady dose of Derrick Henry, baby.
Well, that's what you do. When you win that, you get that tough schedule. And I think I have Tennessee. They got them at 9 wins, which is strange to me. I mean, I know it's a 17 win possibility, but I think that Tennessee is a 10 win team. I think Tennessee is a 10 win team.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, especially with Vrabel there and the way that he's been putting things together. And as long as Tannehill is still being Tannehill, he wasn't terrible last year, so you could definitely see how he can keep you in games, and with a steady dose of Derrick Henry and the acquisition of Julio Jones, I mean AJ Brown, I mean you have weapons, so I think a 10 win team is a solid effect. Defense wasn't terrible last year. They were pretty damn good themselves. So
I mean, I know that division. So I mean, we're looking at if Jacksonville bubbles up, if Indianapolis bubbles up, which it looks bleak right now. Houston, you can call that 2 wins, I would think. I'm sure the coaches are thinking we can call that 2 wins. So what do we got here? So they're only looking at their cross-divisional games, cross-conference games, so they can make their mark. And I think that if they can, do a little something, they should be okay. I mean, I feel sorry for my Colts. You know what I'm saying? It's like back to back. Week 1. Week 2, Seahawks, Rams, and them damn Seahawks better come out, man. Stop playing.
They better be all right, especially if Carson Wentz isn't at the helm by then, which we all know with a 5 to 12 week injury ended up being a 3.5 week, or not even a 3.5 hour injury or whatever. Yeah, we'll be definitely looking forward to week 1, and then Indy bounces back, and they have the Rams at home that game, or is that at LAR?
We gotta go there.
So they got back-to-back home games. Indy does, huh? To start off the year. Lucky them.
Yeah.
But that's a tough division to play in their own division with Tennessee, Indy, and Jacksonville, not counting Houston. And then, and you also have to play the NFC West, which you just referenced to. That's pretty wild. I mean, these teams are going to be gutting it out. It seems like they've got a good schedule. I mean, this is going to be the year where the good teams are the good teams to see how good you really are, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I think that to be honest, I think that the AFC South got worked over this year. This is the wrong year for you to play this schedule. You got the NFC West. I'm not even talking about us. Arizona. You don't think that's going to be a tough game against Arizona? All 4 of these teams. Houston, it don't matter. Jacksonville, while they're trying to make their bones, you don't think that's going to be a tough game versus Arizona? Indianapolis, Carson Wentz, and everything they got going on. You don't think that's going to be a tough game? You don't think Tennessee is going to be sitting up here worried about Arizona with the drama and the shit that they're going to bring to that table? Man, they messed up. They got the wrong draw.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there, because I was thinking Tennessee Definitely over 9. I do, like you said, 10 wins. I mean, I agree with that. I think they find a way to win a couple of those AFC West games or NFC West games, just by the power that they bring. I wanted to go with Indy as the division winner, announced Big Homie. If Carson Wentz, if Carson Wentz was there at the beginning, I would definitely roll with him since he's still kind of up in the air, relying on Jacob Eason, another UW player, or Sam Ellinger. I think I'm just going to roll with Jacksonville winning the AFC South right here for you, brother.
Dude, you're tripping.
I was playing until I said it, but no, I'm going with Tennessee. I'm going to give them one more year to prove that they're good. But if they're not good this year, they might not be good. I mean, they're already good, but I mean, to take that next step, this is Tennessee's year. They're going for it. So I'm going with Tennessee.
No, it's Tennessee for real. And I don't even have anybody else in that division even contending. I think that Jacksonville makes a move up. It's a good bet that they could win 7 games. So mark that down.
Got it.
But I think Indianapolis is down. And I think that Houston is down. So they're not winning as many games as everybody thinks. They're not going to be as competitive. When you put them next to these guys who are ready, I just don't think that they don't have the guts. They don't have the juice. Some of these teams got juice and some don't, and that's just what it is.
I feel it, and man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this, bro.
No, but what about you? But see, look, you passed up though a couple of things though.
What's that?
If you look at the schedule, Jacksonville's got a game 4 versus Cincinnati. So you take Trevor Lawrence and you put him against against Cleveland. Or I'm sorry, Cincinnati, and Urban Meyer returns to the state of Ohio.
Woohoo!
I think that's heavy.
That is a good one.
That's
Week
heavy.
4, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And then also Jacksonville, if they could survive, you got Trevor Lawrence going head up 1-on-1 with Tua in London.
Damn, 2 youngsters playing overseas. That could be a 9-6 game.
We sure fucking hope not. You know what I'm saying? We hope we get some LaVishka and we get a whole bunch of other drama going off in that game. But no, it's all bad. Houston, forget about it. Okay. It's scary for them. If the kid is not playing, if Watson is not playing, the season is a wrap. Do you see him playing any games?
No, I think I'm still sticking by my guns that he is not playing. He just got interviewed by the FBI. There's no way, even if he ever gets somewhere close. I mean, he's already been at practice or whatever, but no, the NFL won't allow that to happen. I'm guessing not.
So those are just dummy wins. So anybody playing Houston, chalk it up. NRG or anywhere else. I just think that those are dummy wins. So what do you have for the division winner for the South? You got Tennessee like I do?
Yeah, I got Tennessee like you do, and I got the over 9.
Yeah, I think that they're a 10-win team for sure. I think a safe bet on Indianapolis is the under. I think that Jacksonville can squeeze out a and be they got 6.5. I think that they're a 7-win team. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that they lose. I don't think that they lose 10 games. And
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, we talked about Trevor Lawrence and 2 years ago, right? And Travis Etienne 2 years ago, when they were playing in the national championship game. And now they're still together in Jacksonville with Urban Meyer. The more and more I look at this roster, like you just referenced to, Laviska Shenault, they got Marvin Jones from Detroit. They still have DJ Chark. James Robinson came out of nowhere last year as well.
I mean, he didn't look too good in preseason, but I mean, how much stock we gonna put in that?
Right. I mean, if he has another similar year to what he had last year, James Robinson, I mean, I wanted to be skeptical and go under the 6.5, just to think maybe they'll get to 5 or 6 after their 1 win last year. But I think the money's on them I think the plus money would be on the over. And I think that's worth taking a flyer because I think they could surprise some people, in my opinion.
Yeah, if we talking about Jayville, I mean, like I said, 6.5 is soft. You know what I'm saying? They got 7 wins in them. Look at that division. You got to play Houston twice.
Yeah.
You play Indianapolis twice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could slide some shit out of Tennessee, and then you got the
any given
West.
Sunday, baby. Any given Sunday, you never know.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You go to London, maybe you snake one. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, there's some wins on the chart for them.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I see it.
I like it. I like it, homie. Why do man, we've been around each other too damn long. We start to agree on too much shit. We can't even disagree hardly anymore. AFC North, baby.
Ooh. Which was one of the hardest divisions outside of the
snap. Yeah.
Outside of the NFC West. You know what I'm saying? It was tough and all that, but that shit is different this year. Trust me, it's different this year. NFC North has got a lot of battles this year. They're playing the AFC West, so they gotta see KFC.
You said KFC.
Hell yeah. It's Kentucky Fried Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Kansas Fried Chiefs. Hey, they got to see them. And then they got to see the NFC North. They got to see Green Bay. So because of this division success, look at what you get handed. Okay. Which is some tough battles straight up and down. Who you got? Let's see. Baltimore is out there, but so far they got the leader as being the Chiefs. The Browns at 10.5.
They got 10.5 wins for Cleveland.
11 in Baltimore. My bad.
11 Baltimore, yeah. 11 Baltimore, Cleveland 10.5, Pittsburgh 8.5, and Cincy 6.5. Shout out Rudy. I'm rolling with Cleveland this year. I think they're gonna bring the bravado. I think they're gonna have the huevos, the big kahunas. I'm still not sold on Lamar. I mean, he's got COVID twice already. Who says he ends up playing the whole year with all this COVID shit still, right? Big Ben, I'm not sold on.
No, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for all these old school dudes.
Yeah, I mean, he's done. I do want to see what Joe Burrow brings back from Cincy. If he was 100% healthy, if he is 100% healthy, the weapons around him. You have let's see, who's the guy? Jamar Chase. another college teammate pairing up together, as we saw in the draft board. Still got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon still there. I think they need another running back. I'm not sold on Samaje Perine. But oh man, 6.5 for Cincy though. I think they could surprise some people, dog. I think they can surprise some people. I'm going with the over 6.5 right now when I'm talking about it.
Well, good for you, dog. Good for you, man. I like this. I like the mojo. I'm not feeling it.
No, huh?
I am not feeling it.
Second-year quarterback, Tua and Joe Burrow. Let's see what happens. Number 1 overall. What was Tua?
Not playing the NFC West. I'm sorry, not the NFC West, but not playing the AFC West. No.
And the NFC.
You're gonna take it. You're taking an L with Kentucky Fried Chiefs. Okay. Look.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
I like Baltimore, and I like, to Rudy's happiness, a good Cleveland team. I got them both at 12 wins.
Baltimore and Cleveland?
Yep. I don't know who's going to win the division.
I just told you.
Well, that don't mean too much to shit to me. You know what I mean? Because when you're playing, when you have matchups against Green Bay, which is the only cross-divisional really person that you really have to worry about, you ain't worried about Detroit. You ain't worried about Chicago unless that kid catch fire. You know what I'm saying? And it's on your ass. Justin Fields is on your ass by that time. But you're not worried about that division too heavily. It is your division that you are concerned about, because this is when we talk about, when we're gonna get into this with the NFC West too. When you're talking about the AFC North, you have to win the division. Forget all of these other dudes that are on your schedule. You're worried about Cleveland head-to-head. You're worried about Pittsburgh head-to-head. You are about Cincinnati head-to-head. You worry about Baltimore
head-to-head. Who's worried
head-to-head.
about Pittsburgh head-to-head?
Everybody.
No.
When you have to play them twice.
Nobody's worried about Pittsburgh head-to-head.
You're playing them twice. That's what I'm saying. When you're in a division, when you care about them and playing on their home field, you give a shit. And I think Cleveland's got enough to weather the storm based on their schedule, because they got a week 1 matchup, which is heavy, in Arrowhead versus Kansas City. Okay. And then they got a murderer's row situation. Week 12, they play Baltimore. They got a bye. Week 14, they play Baltimore.
That's crazy. How do they even schedule a game like that? They did that last year too to somebody. I can't remember who it was. That shit is wild.
Yeah, Cleveland's got a nice little head-to-head to where they can get at it. While meanwhile, Baltimore's got right off the rip, week 2 at home versus KC. You know what I'm saying? They got as you move down through the season, they had a home game versus Green Bay. That's if Aaron Rodgers is still there, then he ain't been traded yet, which is a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And week 17 at home versus the Rams. While they're coming down to it, they got Green Bay and the Rams. So they got a simple schedule moving forward through the first quarter of the season. That's why I see them, if Lamar Jackson has got himself together, if he's got his passing wiles about himself. I don't know yet.
Hey, I have Lamar as a fantasy quarterback in one of my leagues, bro. And I don't know if I'm sold on him yet, bro. Like I can't buy in on Baltimore. I bought in on the coaching staff with John Harbaugh and, the good old days. But just like we talk about, you can't roll with the good old days anymore, right? Like the teams aren't like that. I'm just not sold on Baltimore getting 11-5 last year. I don't know if they match that, bro. I really don't. I don't think that they can match that right now. I mean, they don't have Ray Lewis coming out of the tunnel like you used to say.
They're playing the NFC North. They got one matchup against Green Bay. Other than that, they have Chicago, the Lions, and I don't know,
Minnesota.
It's some other dumbass team who I don't give a shit about. But you see what I'm saying?
I agree. I see what you're saying, but I just don't agree with you.
And then they got the AFC West. They got KC, and they got Denver, Las Vegas, and San Diego. San Diego giving some shit.
San Diego,
I keep saying San Diego. I was gonna say I keep saying San Diego, but you know what I mean. The Chargers.
Your boy Herbert, young boy Herb. They're gonna surprise some people. So who you got for the AFC North then?
AFC North, I think is I think that if things work out in the direction in which that I think that they should go, you have a tie very similar to the way that it was last year. Baltimore and Cleveland. I think Cleveland wins the division. Baltimore gets the wild card. And I also think that Pittsburgh, based on their schedule, is tough. But I think that they can squeak out 9 wins for the over. I'll let you, boy.
Who gets 9 wins? Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
You're tripping.
Oh, you think that they're under 500?
Yes.
No.
You're tripping.
No. Look at how hot they was last year.
Oh, do you play off last year or do you play off this year?
Last year they was hot.
Because you got Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, and Josh Dobbs going to be playing 75% of the snaps this year.
For who?
For Pittsburgh.
Doing what?
Taking the snaps after Roethlisberger hangs them up after week 2.
Yeah, full of shit, man. Hey, look.
Mark that down right now. You heard it here first.
If you got fantasy if you're into this fantasy football situation, which I hope you are, if you listen to this and you're underneath my voice, you better get that boy Najee Harris.
I got Najee.
He is about to do the things
He's gonna
that
be
you
the
want him
workhorse.
to do. Trust.
He's the workhorse. That's the only thing they got going for him right now.
What do you mean that's the only thing they got going for him? They kept getting ate up after being in the lead multiple times last year. And they kept getting sucked up by teams who would come back on them because they was tired. Or because Ben Roethlisberger was full of shit. Okay, so you got a nice running game, which is what they want to do. They don't want to be sitting up here throwing the ball like they were throwing it last year when they, you know what I'm saying, when they were going heavy. You know, made Chase Claypool and a bunch of other people fantasy darlings. That's not what they wanted to do. They did it because it was 1, 2, 3 step throw.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't disagreeing with that part of it, that Najee Harris is going to be the man, but I just don't think he's going to be able to carry the workload that's going to be needed once Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins and Josh Dobbs are playing, bro. That's what I'm saying. So I think that Pittsburgh 8.5. I think they get knocked down to reality this year in Ben's last year at the helm.
You're crazy,
bro.
bro.
In my opinion,
they're a 9-win team. That's for sure. That's easy.
Are they
They're
a 9-win team or are they an 8-win team? So
they're playing the NFC North, though. They're playing Detroit. Okay, they're playing Minnesota. If they lose to Minnesota, now Minnesota's got a squad. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Dalvin Cook, Jefferson, and you know what I'm saying, Captain Kirk. But yeah, come on, man. You got to talk about, you have to play these dudes in your division twice.
I know that. I understand that.
And I'm saying that if I see Cincinnati twice, I see Detroit, Chicago. There's a good chance there. Okay. And then I see the Green Bay. There's no real shot there. You know what I'm saying? And I see, damn it, Minnesota. There might be a little shot there. I might have
there might be a little shock too.
I might have a couple wins there I can get.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. What we got? You got Cleveland in the north, Baltimore with the wild card, and Pittsburgh over 8.5.
They're a 9-win team.
Okay.
Come on.
So I'm taking the under on the 9-win team you call Pittsburgh as a 9-win. I'm taking the under. I'm taking Cleveland as a division winner. I'm also taking Buffalo as the under 11 wins. So that's what I got.
You're taking Buffalo with the under, and they're playing the AFC South. And
no,
the only
Baltimore
thing they have to,
with the under.
No, you said Buffalo.
I said Baltimore with the under is what I meant.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Let's get into the AFC West, though. AFC West. Kansas City, obviously, 14-2 last year. The Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, 8-8. The almost called them the Clippers. The Chargers, 7-9, and Denver, 5-11. Shout out Aaron Jones and your bottom dweller, Denver Broncos. Soon to be an acquisition. An acquisition of who? Anas, big homie? Who's Denver getting next year?
Aaron Rodgers. And it might be this year. Watch your back.
Holla. KC, 12.5 wins. Chargers, 9.5. Denver, 8.5. Raiders 7. What you got, Nas, big homie? I'm gonna think about this for a second.
Yeah. All right. Look. It's too easy for Kansas City. And I think that they can be a 13-win team. 13-4. Looking at the record. They got a nice little tough matchup in an AFC Championship rematch, Week 5 versus Buffalo. That's at home. They got a road matchup against Tennessee in Week 7. And then they got Green Bay coming in to Arrowhead in Week 9. I think I have them. I think I have them at a 13-win team. I think I got them barely shade. I think they can go 13-4. To be honest with you, now nothing is easy as we, look at it to be. So there's a huge possibility that that's nowhere close. To be honest with you, because teams is harsh and teams play tough. So I could just as easily see them going 13-4, just like I could see them going 11-6.
I like that. I like that idea.
But I still think that they are far and away the division winner for sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't know about far and away division winner, because I want to talk about this for a second. I want to say this. Did they do anything to get better on offense? Do they need to get better on offense? I might answer my own question. Okay. Do they need to get better on offense? Probably not. But did they do anything to get better on offense? In a way, they might have the right guard back, DuVernay Tardif, the guy who went and was a nurse practitioner in Canada while sitting out for COVID last year, put in his due diligence. He's back this year. You still have the weapons. You have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you have Hill, you have Hardman, you have Kelsey. But on the defensive side of the ball, is Frank Clark going to be around? He was a big part of that defense last year. Chris Jones got that big contract. And what happens when these players get these big contracts? Maybe they don't show up. Tyrann Mathieu wants to be the highest paid safety after what just happened with Jamal Adams. Defensive side of the ball might be a little sketch. Am I disagreeing if they should win the AFC West? No, they should definitely win the AFC West. So we'll see.
Well, here, I think that because of their success, they got rewarded by playing the best division in their conference, which is the North, right? So they have a game against Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. That's going to come across for them. Okay. And then, but on the other side of the coin, you get to play the worst division in football, the NFC East. So you got a game against what was the whack-ass Cowboys, Redskins, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on all that and all that shit. So you end up with fighting more with your conference than anything. With a Week 5 matchup at home, you got Buffalo coming in at Week 5 for that AFC Championship rematch. That's going to be heavily televised. You already know how that goes. And then you got Tennessee on the road in Week 7. You got to go out there. And then you got Green Bay, you know what I'm saying, at home in Week 9. Those is the key matchups. Other than that, you're talking about Denver, Chargers, and Raiders. 2 games each. 2, 4, 6. Chalk them up. You could almost chalk them up. Come on, man. Kansas City's good. With the week 12 bye, they could be a 13-win team, which is very similar to what we have in the other conference, and you'll hear about that in a minute.
Speak of breaking news. Sorry, I have to stop real quick on our NFC talk or our AFC talk.
Yes, sir.
MLB proposes salary minimum. League's collective bargaining offers includes $100 million salary floor and lowering luxury tax threshold to $180 million. These motherfuckers. Rudy's gonna be hot. All right, sorry, that was some MLB breaking news.
Hey, that's how you got to do it.
So we're still in the AFC West. I'm rolling with you here, homie, on Kansas City over 12.5, because I still think they're that good of a team. Until they prove me otherwise, it'd be stupid not to roll with them of getting 13 wins. What about the Chargers 9.5? Are they two games better now with young Herb at the helm, when he only started, how many games he started last year, halfway after the Tyrod Taylor injection into the lung needle? Are they only 2 games better with him in a full year? Without looking at their schedule, I know you have a couple things on the schedule for them, but man, I'm almost willing to take that they're at least 2 games better or 3 games better, because then they'll hit the 10 games.
Yeah. No, they have a good solid chance to get to a 10-win team. I think that they're a solid 9-win team. Vegas got them at 9.5. I think they're a solid 9-win team.
I like that.
Just because of the fact that they have to play the NFC North moving through, and at their level, Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and maybe even Cincinnati causes them a little bit of issue with them. They got a week 2 matchup versus Dallas, and then a home game in week 8 with New England, which is out of the structure. So we never know what those things are. So I think that they're like right there.
Right. But either way, game could go one way or game could go the other way.
But
they did
better
lose
than last year.
Sure. Remember that?
Huh?
How many games did they lose? How many games did they lose in the last 2 minutes of the game? Didn't they lose like 5 games where it was like 7 games? It was less than
3 points.
3 points?
Some
crazy shit like that.
Yeah. So I mean, they're competitive, and bringing in a new coach, and a new fire. I think they're good, but I think the win projection is a little bit too early.
But they do. They got my boy Derwin James back from Florida State.
Yeah.
Go Noles. He's back this year for the defense.
No.
They got Asante Samuel Jr. also. Go Noles. Hey,
No.
You know what breeds? You know where DBU is, brother? It's Florida State University. Ask Primetime. He gave me the okay to say that.
Full of shit. I'll tell you that much. What you need to be worrying about is, while we in this division, whether that Aaron Rodgers trade is about to happen during the season. and it's very possible. Okay, but since it's not possible,
you said it was possible.
Well, since we still thinking about it, in the interim, they're playing bullshit. Denver has the NFC East, the NFC least on the schedule. This division has the NFC least. They're playing nobodies.
I can't wait till we talk about the NFC East.
Washington.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Dallas, Philadelphia, the Giants. Come on, man. Don't just give me game for Denver. I'm trying to tell you, if the trade doesn't happen in the middle of the season, which I project that it will, for Aaron Rodgers.
We'll talk about, yeah.
Okay. Even if it don't, I still look at the way that Drew Lock is taking hold of this situation. He don't like that Teddy Bridgewater has been brought up in here. He's with it. Denver is a 10-win team. G.
You just said Denver's a 10-win team?
Remember, I said it. Denver's a 10-win team. Now, the bad part about it is the good part about it, now think about this. Now, depending on what they do, they have a week 8 through 10, week 8, week 9, week 10 draw of all of the NFC East teams who were shit last year. Now, granted, you got a little bit of upgrade. You got people who were injured last year and, people who were a little bit tardy last year. So you got Washington week 8 at home in Denver. Okay, so maybe you got Chase chasing you. That's fine. You got Dallas on the road. You got to go to the big house. Who knows what the hell they going to look like because they always injured. And then you got Philly. This is 3 weeks back-to-back outside of your conference. If they can come back with Cortland Sutton, you know what I'm saying, and the young boy who they got out there.
Jerry Jeudy?
What, him too. But the young kid that's backing up Melvin Gordon, can't remember his name. Google.
Javonte Williams.
That's the guy. Look how sharp you are on the point. Coming back, they could be ready if Drew Lock is about this life. If it's Teddy Bridgewater, I don't know.
Man, I want to blast you and Aaron Jones at the same time because you guys have been drinking too much of the same gosh darn tea. Just because John Elway is a legend doesn't mean he knows how to pick a quarterback. They ain't going anywhere with Drew Lock.
I'm looking at the schedule, bro. I ain't got to. If you play in the NFC East, who was shitty last year, what leads you to believe that they're gonna be fucking world breeders this year? Now we gonna get there. We gonna get over to them too.
We will get there. Okay, so stay tuned, I guess, for that part. All right, I'm going 8.5 wins. I think that's a little high. I'm going with the under on the wins with Denver. I'm not sold. I need to know Aaron Jones's input, the actual Denver Broncos fan, not some Broncos fan wearing a damn Rams hat and a Rams shirt right now.
Don't say fan.
Okay, well, you sounded like one. Like one there for a minute, Anas, big homie.
I'm saying if Aaron Rodgers come, like I've been telling you.
I see your optimism. So you're talking about the what ifs, Aaron Rodgers. He'll be there. I don't think he'll be there this year.
Wait. You tell me 8.5. They ain't got 9. You trying to tell me they don't have 9 wins in them with only they all 1 minute. Listen to this. See, you bullshit now. Vegas, the Chargers, and Kansas City are in division.
Right.
Who are they really worried about? KC and KC only. They got to play them twice. Come on, man. You got to relax, bro.
There's no way. There's no way they get to 8 wins.
There's no way they get to 8 wins?
They got NFC East, you say?
Yeah.
So, Washington football team, there's a loss. Giants, there's a loss. Saquon Barkley's going to run all over them.
God, you're a lot.
Dallas, they may get lucky and spill it out. This might be the one team that Dallas beats all year is Denver. And then Philadelphia, you never know what the hell's going to happen there. That's a coin flip. But they probably get swept by the NFC East. They're just going to get swept by the NFC East, so there's 0-4 right there.
Dude, you're high. First of all, hey, look.
I just told you why. Because
Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, the boys in the back, watch your ass. And I'm not even a fan of theirs. But all I'm saying is they just need that part. And wait till that trade jump off. Remember who said it first.
All right. I see where you're going with that.
That's all I'm saying.
I can't knock it. I like the optimism. I'm sure Aaron Jones would like the optimism too. So I think we're in cahoots with the KC winning the division.
Oh, far and away. Yep, far and away. I think that KC, here's what I got. I have division winners. KC, I think Cleveland wins the division by I think Cleveland and Baltimore are both 12-win teams. And I think that they Cleveland somehow gets the tiebreaker. They win. Buffalo wins the division. Tennessee, easy because of the lack of, balls in that division. Wild cards, I think it's Miami. And then I think it's whoever doesn't win between Cleveland and Baltimore, but I'm going to put Baltimore there. But dark horse, Denver. Rodgers goes there. It's a wrap.
Yo, hey, you've been talking about it for a minute, so
I'm not playing with this. I'm not playing with this. You think I've been playing with this Aaron Rodgers shit? Yo, this is real. It's about to go down. And remember who told y'all what the fuck's gonna happen.
Hey, so Anas big homie, to recap, you got KC, Cleveland, Buffalo, Tennessee, correct?
No, I have Cleveland and Baltimore both at 12-win teams.
Right.
So
but
either or, but flip-flop. But I'll take Cleveland. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, and then Baltimore, Miami, And the dark horse, Denver. I like it. Aaron Jones is going to like it. He probably have something similar since you guys are drinking the same cup of tea or whatever. All right. So I had who did I have? I have
some bullshit.
Tennessee, Buffalo, Cleveland, KC.
Oh, wow.
Tennessee.
Of
Buffalo.
course you did.
And then what did I have here? I needed, you know what? I'm rolling with, I think Miami's going to squeak in this year and Tua's going to prove something a little bit.
I like that. That was my second dark horse.
Yeah, you did have Miami. You did too. That's right. I just wrote that down. I still couldn't remember that. Man, I'm not sold on Buffalo, but where do I get another AFC team from?
They're all shitty.
I'm backing your boy Frank Reich. I think they're gonna figure it out.
Hey, no, they're not.
I think they're gonna figure it out. They got rid of your boys, Desir, and who was the other guy you didn't like in the DB backfield?
Oh no, that was a minute ago. But yeah, I don't even want to put his name out there. But yeah, he know that he need to go.
Whoo! A Nas big homie. I'm flipping a coin right here.
Let's go.
I'm flipping a coin, or I'm thinking about a coin. Who do I believe in more? Young Herb? Or Joe Touchdown Burrow?
Ooh.
You
go ahead and do that.
I'm going with Cincy on this one. I think they're gonna make a move.
Yeah, you're high. Go ahead.
I think they're gonna make a move only because there's a new head coach in town in LAC.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the Chargers have a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
Since he has the same coach,
mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow is rebuilt knee and healthy. I'm gonna have to roll with him. I don't know how or why.
What to do? What? Cincinnati's is 6.5.
I know. So I'm definitely taking the over in that. I'm just not sold on Baltimore. I'm not sold on Pittsburgh. They can surprise some people. Joe Burrow comes. You know how they do knee injuries now, bro. They've come back 110. It's like Tommy John surgery. You know, we come back and throw the ball 100 miles an hour. Knee surgery, you're back. Melvin Gordon had it. Saquon Barkley had it. All these dudes are going to come back.
Yeah, but that's cool and all of that. But, I mean, when you have to deal with the AFC West teams, now I know, good point, they do have Las Vegas, KC, Denver, and the Chargers. So you're trying to tell me that young Herb would not go out there and show the fuck out? Okay.
No, I like young Herb a lot. I just don't know if they can put it all together on the first year coach. I don't know who the coach is, but I know it's a first year coach. I just don't know if they can put it all together that quickly. I mean, he's got to learn another system.
He don't care. He out there. He's the quarterback. He's the quarterback. He's not sitting up here and worrying about what anybody says about systems. He's already won.
You're telling me he says, I don't care about the system. I'm not listening to coach. I'm from the University of Oregon. We just throw the ball around.
That's right.
You're tripping, dog. You're tripping. The fuck they got going on here? No, I like your boy Young Herb a lot. We talked about him. He's still got, those weapons out there. I mean, let's see.
Hey, look,
Defense wins championships.
You got some cool shit though. We
forgot
to mention at the top of all of this shit though is that week 8 Halloween, bro. Oh,
week 8 Halloween.
It's going down for everybody. Week 8 Halloween situations.
What we got on Halloween week?
I don't know. Everybody. It's a Sunday. So everybody's out here week 8 on some Halloween type scary hours for everybody. It's going down. Hey, look, these dudes is gonna beat the hell out of everybody. I personally don't like this extra game. I don't know about you. I don't like the extra game. But
Yeah.
I think that the way that the schedule works out to where you can play 2 divisions fully works. I like that. I like this a whole lot. Because just that one game expansion opens up the door for a whole lot of heavyweight matchups, and we've been seeing it. We're gonna see it, and wait till we get to the NFC situation. It's gonna be so big.
Did you see? So with the extra game though, I can't figure out if it's gonna be a benefit to the season, or is it gonna be another one of those where the starters don't play because we're just gonna cash it in, right? You know what happens if? Well, you know, like how it happens every year where you rest your starters for week 17 because you got the division wrapped up 14-2 KC. Do you think it's going to bring more competitiveness to the games with that extra game? Is it going to bring an actual more challenge, or are we going to have teams that are running away with it, and then we're going to see 4 or 5 teams just not play the last 2 weeks instead of the last 1 week because they're already up 2 games? I mean, I'd like to think with the schedule that you just talked about with the AFC individual, we haven't talked about NFC yet. I'd like to think that they're actually might have to play these out all the way through to week 17, which is going to be fun. If that's how it works out, I'm all for it. But if it's just another way of delaying the inevitable, then what's the point? Because they didn't give them an extra bye week. They're just adding another game. And what's it for? Obviously for dollars in the NFL bank account, but it's not for the players. It's not for the fans.
What do you mean it ain't for the fans? The fans don't want more football?
Not if you're gonna see 4 teams sitting all their players for the final game and nothing to play for.
The fans watch preseason, bro. Look, when it's coming down, when we're talking about postseason seeding, when you have a week 17 matchup, Baltimore at home versus the Rams, you don't think that's going to mean something? You don't think that a Pittsburgh, I don't know how they're going to turn out, but they're going to be on the road versus KC when they're trying to get in, hustling. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be teams that are trying to get in.
We don't know that yet, dog. We don't know that until the final week of the season.
I do.
No, you don't, fucker. You do not.
I bet.
No, you don't.
Hey, listen up. Stix Sports Fix with Stix. Hey, with Anonymous Big I said it. I remember it. I ain't playing no games. I'm the one who told you first. It's going down. There's no foolishness going on with the schedule. It is what it is. Vegas knows. Teams win. I'm getting money. That's it. I just try to be on the right side of the hustle. That's all I got to tell you. We working and it's going down.
Hey, don't make us pull out the research from last year for the NFL shenanigans that we pulled out from last year, because I remember looking at some baseball ones. Seems like we're pretty solid so far. NFL ones, we could be some solid from last year. We're gonna check it out though for sure. 17 game season.
It's different.
What is besides being right, and us big homie, because you know that it's going down to week 17, we're gonna have some big things happening. What's your biggest takeaway from the week 17 or from the 17 game schedule? You really think it's gonna be are there going to be any teams that run away with the divisions that we're not going to be able to watch, like we just discussed a little bit, or you really think it's all going to roll down to this final week?
No, to be honest with you, the biggest takeaway that I have from the entire situation is Tampa Bay and their route to the Super Bowl. Or, okay, let's not say that. Let's speak broader than that. Let's say the NFC South brought to the trip to the Super Bowl. Now, we haven't talked about NFC yet, but man, they played the NFC East.
Who plays the NFC East? Tampa?
Yeah, the NFC South plays the NFC East.
Oh man.
So you got the
spoiler
Giants.
alert. Spoiler alert.
Yo, so as I'm saying, you leading in, but yo, look, it's going down. Hey, look, watch out. KC is who we thought they were. They're solid. Even is good. Who takes a step up? Watch your motherfucking back for the damn Broncos, bruh. Watch your damn back. Look, watch your damn back for the damn Miami Dolphins.
Shout out everybody, Aaron Jones and us big homie on the same page.
And look, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns. Look, it's gonna be a tough fight to the end. Both of them, all of them. Everybody's a division winner. I don't damn know. It's one of them two. They're gonna be tied. One of them getting the wild card. Trust what I say.
Well, that's part one of the NFL preview that we got for you. Told you we can talk forever and we can get it going and we can just keep rambling and rambling. We still have another part for you, fellas and ladies. So hang tight. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. I hope you all listen to that whole thing, or, because there's a lot more coming. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Nos Big Homie. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Part one wrapped up. We'll be back with part two soon.
Peace. We out. Holla.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag StixandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.